Hey True Learners, it's Miss G, your Math Matters tutor from TACC. Thank you for joining and watching another episode of Math Matters. For those of you who have already subscribed, I truly appreciate your subscriptions. And for those of you who are just signing on, please subscribe and press that like button. Those of you who have subscribed, don't forget to press the like button if the videos has helped you, right? Also, don't forget to share, right? We are a learning community. I learn things every day, even though I'm here tutoring or teaching you. Sometimes I go through the process of, reteaching or teaching something, and I learn something new. And I think about things differently almost every time I do these videos. So thank you is the point of all that. And I just want to remind you that I will continue to do this, but I want to make sure that it's working. So like and subscribe to let me know it is. And comment. Tell me what worked, if you aced the test after watching a tutorial, or if you want me to, do a video on a problem that you're having in math and that you're not understanding. Okay? All right. Deep breath. All right. So let's talk about division. What is it? What does it mean? How do we do it? Okay. So division is really separating an amount into groups. That's what it is. Separating an amount. So this is our starting amount, 15. I have it here in my number bond. This number bond is a graphic organizer. It organizes our information into a picture format so you can understand what this number sentence really means. Okay? So we have an amount of 15 and we're dividing the 15 into 5 groups. Thus the word groups. Now, let me give you an example of the time that you might have to do this, okay? Let's say you're in the first grade and your family sent you to school on your birthday with a bag of gummy bears. Inside that bag, there are 15 gummies. You have 4 friends. This is you. Okay? You have 4 friends. But this is you. You want some of those gummies too. It's your birthday, right? So you're going to share. Division is about sharing. And when we share, we don't make sure we have more than the other person or more than the other people. We make sure that we have everyone has the same amount. So when you are in math class, you'll hear the teacher talking about sharing things evenly. That just means that everybody gets the same amount. No one person has more than another person. All right, so 15 gummies divided among 5 people, right? And these are your 4 friends. If you are just starting out and you want to see pictures, I'll draw dots to represent you sharing out these 15 gummies. So 1 gummy for you, 1 gummy for friend 1, 1 for friend 2, 1 for friend 3, and 1 for friend 4. Okay? So you started, remember, with 15 gummies. But now you've already given away 5 from the bag. So 15 minus 5 leaves us with how many gummies in the bag? You got it, 10. 10 gummies in the bag. So we can still share if we have 10. So let's give yourself 1 more. Your friend number 1, another 1, friend 2, friend 3, and friend 4. So you've given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. You've shared out 5 more from your original bag. Remember, after we took away the first 5, we were left with 10. So let's take away 5 from this 10. Another 5, rather. So we shared 5 once. We've shared 5 twice. And we're left with only 5 gummies left in the bag. This bag, okay? So this bag is really 5 now. Well, there are 5 people or 5 groups. So we can actually Give everybody one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All the gummies are gone now. They're not in the original bag because we've just given away 5 more gummies. And now the big bag is empty. So, if you notice, in these groups, we have 3 gummies each. Each group has 3 gummies. 3, 3, 3, 3, and 3. So that is our answer. 15 gummies divided among 5 people or 5 groups means that each group or each person in this group gets 3 gummy bears. All right. I hope you could see, I don't know if you could see all the subtraction I was doing down here. But essentially, I was just taking 5 away from this bag here, where that was holding all the gummy bears. Okay? For those of you who don't really need to draw little dots, because what if your number is like 500? That's going to take forever, right? I'll show you how to do this strategy using a number bond without making dots, because that could be annoying. All right, here we go. Let's try it again, and I'll use a larger amount of gummies to begin with. I'm going to keep 5 there, though. I'm going to start with 55 gummy bears. And 5 friends. 4 friends. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is you. Okay? So, nobody wants to draw 55 dots. And if you do, don't. That will take too long. And by the time you've answered this question, the test will be over. Or your quiz. So, let's use numbers, okay? So 55 gummies divided among 5 people, or 5 groups, or 5 party bags, however you want to say it. Whatever helps you visualize this problem works for me. Okay, so again, the 55, which is our dividend. It's called the dividend. For those of you who, oh goodness, sorry, I was trying to make it look neat. For those of you who, like me, who pay attention to the vocabulary, because that's important, you might get a test where they ask you what was the dividend. If you don't know what part of the equation they're talking about, which number they're talking about, you pretty much failed the test, right? So the dividend is 55. That goes in the center of our number bond. And our divisor is 5. Dividend 55, divisor 5. So that's how many groups we're separating the 55 by, okay? We're separating into equal groups there. We're going to start with, I'm not going to start with 1 dot or the number 1 in each group because that will take forever. I'm going to go big. I know that a nice number I could start with, like I start with 5s. I could do 2s, but that's not going to, let's start with 5s. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. If everybody gets 5, let's check to see how many gummies we've already shared out. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, that's only 25 gummies. So I have a lot more to go. So what I'll do is I'll just make a larger number because I want to get close to that 55 as possible. So let's start with, I don't know, let's double it. 10s. I purposely started with 5s. I know I could have started with 10s for those of you who are like, oh, well, 10 times 5 is 50. I know, you get it. But I just want to show for those students or learners who aren't there yet. 10, 10, 10, 10, and 10. Okay, how many gummies have we shared out? Well, we know everyone has 10, but let's count to make sure we haven't gone over the 55 gummies in the bag, or else that wouldn't make sense. We can't share out more gummies than we have to begin with. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Yep. So if I started with 55 and I've given away 50, let's find out how many gummies are still in the bag. 5 minus 5 gives us a 5. Sorry, 5 minus 0 gives us a 5. And 5 minus 5 is nothing. So we only have 5 gummies left in this bag. So we can share out. We can give everybody an extra gummy. Here we go. You get 1 extra gummy. I'm adding 1 to his, yours. I'm adding 1 to this person, 1 to that person, 1 to that one. And I could draw a dot inside that group, or I can change each number to 11, but I just want to show you what's happening, okay? So I'm purposely writing it on the outside of that group. So now that everyone has 1, 2, 3, everyone has a 1, I've given out another 5 gummies. We are left with 0 gummies left, right? Because we gave out all of the gummies we had. So our quotient, or our answer, becomes 11. 10 plus 1 makes 11. 10 plus 1 makes 11. 10 plus 1 makes 11. So everybody can have 11 gummy bears. If you want to make sure that what I'm telling you is true, you can actually write the number 11 in there. Let's see if that makes you feel better. So remember, we started with 55, and we were saying everyone will get 11. Well, if you're very comfortable doing multiplication, you know that 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, 11 times 5, I guess I should use a red. 11 5 times 1 is 5. I'll use black. Sorry, my color coding. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 1 is 5. We get the 55. All right, I hope that helped.